Jobs. United States jobs number, the non-farm payroll number came out Friday, December 2nd, 2022, an updated version at 8:30 a.m. We call it the establishment survey, coming out with the expected number of 200,000, and the actual number actually came in at 260,000 jobs that were added. More jobs that were added this month. Looks like the labor market's doing well, right? Let's take a look also at the average hourly earnings. The month over month number came in at 0.6 versus the expected of 0.3. The year over year number came in at 5.1% versus the expected of 4.6. So wages are going up, jobs are going up, more jobs being added. And also, if we look at the participation rate, has slightly came down a bit from the previous month. Previous month was 62.2% versus 62.1%. And the U6 unemployment rate came down a bit from 6.8% to 6.7%. And the unemployment rate stayed the same at 3.7 versus the expected of 3.7. So still the same. But the biggest thing here that came out, was the flashing headline for Friday, was more jobs were added. More jobs were added. And inflation, in terms of when we look and gauge inflation and wages, and if you haven't already, please watch. It's a 20-minute video, I understand. I tried to make it as short as possible, but go through it if you really want to understand what Powell has said in the past. This week, actually, what he said. I read through his speech, made some notes, discussed about few pointers, and Powell in his speech specifically said, wages is a problem. Wages is a problem, and he's worried in 2023 that, if this persists, the wages component, it's because the jobs or the unemployment rate is not moving up. And we need to see more job losses to get the wages down, and that can bring inflation lower. As if wages keep going up and people in the labor market is still tight, and employers are unable to find workers, like we've seen in this report today on Friday, then yeah, you could expect that that will feed into higher inflation and so on, because it will be a bigger cost for the business for the businesses out there, right? So why is that? Why is wages moving up? Why does it continue to be strong? And when you look at different sectors, and when you look at the BLS website, you see a lot of sectors, even construction, you're seeing the hourly wages go up. And it's because they're having a hard time finding workers. It's just still difficult for them. And that's causing it to move up, even though you've heard some layoffs. But there's this new theme now. They come up with new themes every single time. It's very funny, very interesting. That, what do they call it? I think couch job. Someone posted in the comment for me. I really forgot the word. Job cushioning. Before it was, I don't even know what the previous words were. Like I just read the titles and I laugh and I read a little bit about it and ignore it. But yeah, job cushioning. I think that's the one where you're now seeing employees getting another job ready, aligned, if especially in tech, if they're being laid off. And a lot of tech people have been laid off versus the other sectors like hospitality industry is still doing quite well and still hiring, and a lot of other ones. If you just simply look at the BLS report, you can see they're increasing the wages because they need people. So that's why you see wages going up. That feeds into higher inflation. It's a problem for the Fed, because if wages keep going up and inflation is going up and inflation expectations embedded into the consumer's mind, then they will have to do more. Now, the jobs data And the fact that we saw more higher jobs in this non-farm payroll report, especially in the establishment survey, is it true? And is it really true that you're seeing that, okay, that this number is really reflecting what is happening in the economy? And actually, the answer is no. The answer is no. The household survey is the actual better survey to look at. And the household survey for this month saw jobs come down. We saw also in the report that full-time employees have seen the job numbers come down, and the part-time has increased because they're trying to look for a job, right? So if they lost a job at the full-time job, then they're getting their part-time ones to make some sort of ends meet, some sort of money in this high inflationary environment. So the household survey is telling you no, jobs actually decreased, and jobs, we haven't been adding jobs for 8 months straight. So that's a sign. Full-time employment jobs have also come down. But the establishment survey is showing, jobs are here, jobs, plentiful jobs, people are getting jobs, everything's okay. The media's pumping it. The government's probably going to come out anytime soon and also discuss about, look how much jobs we added. But that's not the truth. And the truth will come soon, eventually, hopefully. And that might be in 2023, where we'll start to see this report start to come worse off. And why is it? Why is it showing such a strong number versus the household survey, which is not for 8 months? And it's because of the double counting that the establishment survey does. It double counts. If you've got 3 jobs, it will count it as 3 people working. But the household will not do that. If you have 3 jobs, it's 1 person employed. That's it. That's why the household survey is better to look at than the establishment survey. The establishment survey is painting the wrong picture. And people are getting the wrong information, the wrong details by reading whatever's in the media. That's why you got to look at the data, got to look at the facts, got to really understand how this macro data is being disseminated, knowing which one matters the most, so that you're not blindsided for what is to come. But definitely the household survey shows very bad signs for 8 months straight, and it continues to not look good, which again signals to me, hello, recession. It's not about if the recession is going to come. It is going to come. It's just the question about when is it going to come. Anyways, I'll leave the links for you to read in the description for you. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And let me know if I used the right word, job cushioning, I think it was. But anyways, leave a comment below, hit the like button, subscribe button, bell icon to be notified on the next video, and I will see you guys later. See you. Bye. Cheers.